look at Safeco Field here in Seattle. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the American League's Houston Astros and the Seattle Mariners. Who's going to win the battle between these two? We'll see next.
You got Beyonce's and all these other idiots running around.
James Paxton gets the call for Game 1 of the series. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, not a big strikeout pitcher here on the mound, so expect to see a lot of balls put in play, defense being very involved. Should be fun to watch.
Fragranceness.
Jose Altuve strides forward, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Leading off tonight for Houston, second baseman, number 27.
But what I'm saying is I thought that we couldn't have the bad coach.
Oh, yeah.
First pitch of the game is taken for ball 1 as we get underway at 7-11 tonight. And EK, you take a look at these Mariners entering play here tonight. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
And they were able to put together a good performance in the victory yesterday afternoon, so they'll see if they can keep it going here.
And back-to-back pitches out of the zone to begin the evening. It's 2-0 now. And we are a long way from summer tonight, and even 40 degrees at first pitch. That'll find its way out of play. Still going to have a good hitter's count. 2-1 now. Grounded to the right. Fielded cleanly by Lind. And some problems defensively as they allow him to reach first safely.
That's a tough way to start a ball game on the mound. He makes a good pitch, gets himself a ground ball, but it's in a spot where they can't make a play on it.
Carlos Gomez will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night.
Oh my God.
And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1.
And here you've got good speed on base and at the plate. So on a ground ball, it's not a foregone conclusion you're going to get an out anywhere.
Throw over to first, and the runner back safely.
You got a 95 speed too.
Paxton comes set. Here's the 0-1. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. 0-2. Here it comes. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes is Mr. Earl Hendricks.
Well, you don't typically see or hear a lot of complaints about Hendricks' zone, Matt. Pretty fair all the way around.
Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Now here's a look at the Astros starting lineup. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
Well, Matt, this team has elite speed, so all you have to do is keep the ball on the ground, focus on hitting line drives, and play small ball.
Carlos Correa will stand in here, and like so many others, hitless in the shutout last night.
Well, guys, he's really been scuffling lately, hitting under 250 over his last 10 games. So he's going to be looking to turn this thing around sometime soon.
1-0 pitch on the way. There goes Altuve. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. Short hop, and he's there just before the tag.
And this is one of those guys who can certainly be an X factor in this series. He sets the tone early here with a first inning steal of second base.
Oh, he was safe. He was safe.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And that misses. 2-1.
Well, this is the kind of situation where they came up short last night. They had opportunities, but they could never really cash them in. So you can bet they'd love to get something going on the board early here.
Tapped foul at home plate. Runner at second here with one man out. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Swinging a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. Marte ranges back, and he has it for out number 2. George Springer will get his first opportunity here, and he enters play 3rd in the American League batting race.
And he has a top 5 on-base percentage as well.
You know what?
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
Would provide for, daycares and all this stuff. There's some of the worst bosses you could have.
That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1.
Than men are on that stuff for the most part. Yes, men can
Here's
be
the 1-1 pitch. And a curveball's by him that
too.
time as he falls behind now 1-2.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95-plus mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
And he chased it in the dirt. And that ends the inning. Astros leave 1. So now the Mariners offense gets to work for the first time. We've got no score.
That's true, but I'm not saying there's a bit of arrogancy that comes with those positions anyway.
Dallas Keuchel, a left-hander out of Oklahoma, will be on the mound. EK, what do you got?
Yeah, Matty, he's had a number of starts. Finally won his first game in his last outing. He'll be looking to add to that total here.
Leonis Martin comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Drilled to first. And a sliding effort there, but that ball had eyes, and the leadoff man's on base to start the inning.
So far, so good. They get a scoreless top of the first, and now a leadoff single to start things in their half.
He's got a nice 92 speed. He
Franklin
might take off the
Gutierrez
second.
will stand in for the first time now. Currently 7th in the American League in hitting.
Yeah, and he leads his ball club in hitting, so he's a guy that they really look to offensively.
But here's the thing. The design of God's design was for women.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Eric Karros, these Astros entering play here tonight. They suffered a bit of a setback last time out, but not to worry. They're still 6-2 over their previous 8 ball games.
They've had to fly cross-country here to start this road trip, so these will be a pretty telling next few series to see what this team's really made of.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. And there he goes toward second. Sacrifice attempt here. Throw on to first, so the sacrifice is successful. And now a quick look at the Mariners starting lineup in this one. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, we know this is a pitcher's ballpark, so the guys in the lineup today, they're going to have to concentrate on hitting line drives, hit the ball on the ground, shoot for some gas, and play small ball on the base pass just to score enough runs to win.
It's just ridiculous, Dad.
Nelson Cruz is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1.
Well, you hear it all the time because it's true. First pitch strikes are so important. It really changes the complexion of the at-bat for not only the pitcher, but the hitter as well, especially when you've got a good hitter up there.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
I want
Do
you
you
to
even
ask your
bother with
pastor.
anything else here?
Larry,
No, I sure wouldn't.
I want you to
As a
ask
hitter,
him.
you're thinking,
Don't
look for
bash the Catholic
fastball,
Church.
adjust for an off-speed pitch.
I
And
want
so
you to
far in
ask
this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
I just do what I do.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. The 0-2 pitch. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
Popped high in the air. Calling for it, Singleton. And that's the second out of the inning. And with a quick breather here, let's call on a look at how the Astros line it up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, Matty, if there's a ball hit out to center field in this one, and I'm the third base coach, I am not going to send him. He has a cannon out there in center field. Everybody knows it. We'll see if he gets a chance to show it off in this one.
Bullet back up the middle. Gomez will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. One left for...
What you have to say is, Father.
Jacoby Rasmus makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1.
If you watch them, they're the ones who are angry. But
can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1.
Legalization in the Catholic Church of gay marriage. Watch.
Ooh, he saws him off with that one.
You said yourself, why can be a gay priest?
Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Oh, boy. On a nice summer afternoon, this will sting just a little bit. But on a cold night, that's going to make your hands feel like you've got a fistful of bumblebees.
You know why I know that?
Into the box, Matthew Gallardo. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike.
He's not gay, but it wouldn't surprise me. I've never seen him do anything inappropriate. He's got a temper.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. No score here as we play inning number 2.
Here's what happened at the retreat. So Father, I told Father we should have more.
Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
And he was really late on this one. I mean, really late. You can see where the baseball is by the time he gets the barrel through. I mean, it's darn near in the catcher's glove already. That tells me he was probably looking for something else.
One of the dads doesn't like me, I can tell.
Here's the big first baseman, John Singleton. Lays off 1-0. 281 the average entering play. 2 home runs, 9 driven in.
And a couple of the boys. Okay, so here's the deal. There's a really pretty girl in my class.
1-0 pitch is a curveball. That looked good from here, but it's 2-0.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
3-0 now. You figure he's taken now on the 3-ball count.
Maybe even taken 2.
And she's very cute.
That one's in there. 3-1.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. Not a bad idea.
Paxton peers in. Here's the 3-1.
What do you think?
And he can't connect with the 3-1 curveball, so that'll run it full.
And I go, you tell him. So I make the guys tell him what they think is girls like that, right? It's a pretty good deal. So anyway, that night...
Belted high in the air out to left. Gutierrez looking up, and it's gone.
So they stole her.
They got it.
They stole her. She had the
A solo shot here to left, and the Astros take a 1-0 lead.
hexagon thing. And then the top is a strobe light. They got a hold of it. And she said, oh, they stole it from me. And I told Father, I said, there's no way they could have stolen it from her if her door was locked. That means her door wasn't locked. As I locked her door when I put them to bed.
And I tell you, what's
year,
impressive about this swing, in this weather, when it's this cold, you really got to get a hold of one if you're going to take it the other way in this ballpark. That's pretty darn impressive right there.
You got it.
So the girl, so the boys,
Batting
one of the
eighth,
boys
the designated
Here's Marwin Gonzalez now.
Gonzalez.
As he's first pitch swinging here, and this is on the ground toward the hole. And that's through for a hit.
His name is John. That's his wife. Listening to them, just throwing stuff across the room. They got the strobe light
Jason
on.
Castro, the catcher, is in as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. No home runs yet in this first month. 10 RBIs. To short, right to him. The underhanded flip. He'll flip it over to Cano at second, and that'll be that. Astros off and running on the solo homer. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's now 1-0 Houston.
Get up. You guys get up. And he wouldn't get up, so he kicked him. Get up. Kicked him 2 or 3 times.
The second baseman, Robinson Cano, will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home second.
Robinson Cano.
You could tell he was really tired. He gave it to us.
And that misses for ball 1.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but You know, he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
These little portables. Okay. So that's where the kids sit. I slept in the left.
That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1.
Baseball fans see Robinson Cano and they think of his time with the Yankees and the Mariners, but some forget how great he was during the World Baseball Classic in 2013. He hit .469 for the undefeated Dominican team on his way to the tournament MVP award.
I wait, and I start getting gossip. I'm like, who wants to hear gossip? So I get the gossip. So nobody says anything.
1-2 pitch is a slider that misses. 2-2.
Thursday night we went to dinner, and so apparently the parents of the Mexican.
This is line to left, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
They filed it with the priest of Sacred Heart. The priest of Sacred Heart is a white guy, but he's
And you check this out. This is on the inside part of the plate, but he still is able to take it to the opposite field. I'll tell you, that is bat control at its finest right there.
The fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. You know, that's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
Because he's been drinking a little. He got, see, he's kind of big. Samoans are big, so like this is nothing to him. So he drinks them.
Lifted the other way to left center. On the move is Rasmus. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Now he kicked the kids, and he goes, I didn't do nothing to them brats.
And this will prove to be a heads-up play at first as he tags up and moves into scoring position now.
Well, you know, sometimes when it's so cold out there and your fingers get just a little bit numb, it's not always easy to grip the baseball. And this is a throw that he should be able to make, but you know the conditions out there aren't exactly ideal.
Next day, he was 4 years old when he answered back his father. You know what his dad did? Clocked him upside the head.
So stepping in, Rob Brantley, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Here comes the first pitch. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one.
That first pitch change can be a tough one. A guy doesn't have any point of reference to work from, and he just can't help himself up there.
Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike.
And I think they stay out there again, maybe for the rest of the at-bat.
The Mexican kids and the Asian kids are kind of, you know, flip-flopping around, right? So father says...
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2.
I'm ready to step back there. I would go stand up there at Tri-6.
One out and a runner on second base.
I admit father shouldn't get nobody. If they want to go sue, let them go sue. But I'm going to tell you, I'll tell the parents to their face. Your kids are disrespectful.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here.
But Mexicans are like black folks. They don't want me to say nothing about the kid. And so...
Lays off 2-2 now.
Whoa, that one definitely took off on him right there. He's lucky that thing didn't go all the way to the backstop.
So the Mexican lady and guy
Got him swinging in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Brantley is retired, 2 down now. Seth Smith will dig in now. Off to a slow start, as you see there. Just barely over the 200 mark here in April.
And I know it's because...
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
They don't like people to kowtow to me. And I don't kowtow to them. I mean, I'm respectful and I'm friendly and all that. Get him on the good side.
Now a good pitch on the inside part of the plate ties him up, and it's 1-1.
That got in his kitchen big time right there.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Ground ball right side. There is Altuve. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. Mariners leave one. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score.
Thanks for watching.
On home runs, really put his guys on his back and carried him to the victory.
Fans, our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Astros. 7 runs on 9 hits. 2 errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the Mariners, 1 run on 9 hits. No errors. They left